On KBTX is presented by American Momentum Bank. Bank on the strength of momentum.
Just after 12:15 now on your Wednesday afternoon, and we are warming things up quickly here in the Brazos Valley. We're already in the upper 70s here in Bryan and College Station. Lots of sunshine, lots of blue skies, and you'll notice again today a breezy wind still out of the south, so a lot of warm, muggy air moving into the Brazos Valley all at once. It's going to crank those temperatures up for the next several hours to the point that we are jumping about 10 degrees above average. 82, that's our forecast high. Reminder, we're in November. It's just way too hot for this time of year. Humidity is going to continue to build along that onshore flow, but we won't see a rain chance today and really for the rest of the week. Temperatures just climb from here. So really the focus in the short term is the heat and the humidity. Unfortunately, this forecast looks a little bit more like spring and then fall, but this is what we're dealing with. So 82 today, we'll bump it up to mid 80s tomorrow. Friday, it's 85. 13 degrees above average for this time of year, and you know we don't cool for most of the extended forecast. In fact, we are sitting in the 80s. In the morning side of things, it's not looking great either, unfortunately. I hope you got to get outside early the past couple of days because we did get a little fall feel, even a little winter chill. Down to the 30s on Monday and Tuesday, even upper 20s for a few in our northeastern counties. Today was a different start in the 50s. Not too bad. Tomorrow will be in the 60s and then more of the same through most of the extended forecast. Typically this time of year, we're waking up in the low 50s, upper 40s, but when you factor in all the moisture, it makes it difficult to cool efficiently overnight, and we've got plenty of that on hand, and it's just going to increase from here. So 58, that's our dew point today. We'll jump to the 60s tomorrow, and then we'll climb slowly but surely up and up to the point where we get close to a 70-degree dew point early next week. That's really muggy out there. So the mornings will feel like it. Afternoon sunshine takes us again into the 80s, but this will hopefully give us a chance to find some rain, but a lot needs to change for us to be able to get rain up and going because high pressure and a pretty steep ridge of that is building over the state of Texas. That's what keeps us warm and dry through most of the week. It is slowly going to weaken as it pushes off to the east though, and then we're tracking two different lows. So our precipitation forecast, it's a little bit of an unsettled pattern. This is the low that we've been talking about all week. Right now, current models taking it way to our north. So this is a shift in the track, which means we get less influence and likely less rainfall from it. But a second trough is going to build in from the Pacific Northwest, sink down to the south. This one I do think we get a little bit more influence from, some more disturbances ripple overhead. So the time we get to this time next week, our rainfall forecast looks slightly more promising. Obviously a week out, so data will fluctuate. But this is the picture from one of our long range models. So when we talk about numbers here for your rainfall forecast, weekend plans, those are good to go because rain looks slim. 10% chance late on Saturday, 20% Sunday, Monday, and then again, once we get that second trough of low pressure, we will bump up the odds. 30% scattered showers, and then we'll continue that into midweek next week. So we do expect to see some scattered rounds of rain move in, but for the weekend, things look dry and they look warm. You'll see that here on your 10-day forecast. A lot of the same for the next 7 to 10 days. Mornings start in the 60s, afternoons climb to the 80s.